Give me strength. I have been stuck inside this house with Neville for 10 months now, and I have never been closer to doctoring his tea with Windoline. You can tell that David Attenborough that my patience is eroding more rapidly than the ice caps. In fact, he's a scientist, isn't he? Yeah, and he mixes with the elite. Well, get him to get on his hotline to number 10 and tell them to sort out this infuriating pandemic once and for all. I normally have the patience of a saint. In fact, Neville has never been easy to live with in all our 42 years of marriage. During a difficult period, my yoga teacher advised that I try more meditation. Well, it worked for a bit, but I soon discovered that downing a large glass of sweet sherry and raiding the women's section of Marks and Spencer's worked better. But even that pleasure's been taken away from me. How I do hate thee! Let me count the ways! With apologies to Elizabeth Barrett Browning. I did that poem for A-level, you know. Anyway, toilet seats, crumbs everywhere, sticky fingers on all the cupboards, snoring, blowing off. Oh, and not stacking the dishwasher correctly. Yes, and now we have sports commentary blaring out from every single room of the house. Yeah, and that's not all, because he won't tattle the neighbours with me. I had a run-in recently with Boy Racer from next door, and when we went outside to clap for Major Tom, or is he a captain? No, bless. Anyway, he said nothing. He just smiled and blathered on about carburettors. It's hopeless. And I've tried getting out of the house to escape, donning the boots and striding out into the great outdoors. It's supposed to be good for the well-being. Well, it used to be, but now I'm confronted with the world and his 50 shades of dog traipsing the byways and cluttering up the moors. You can't find anywhere remote anymore. It's all chatter, 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 woof, 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 and they don't move out of your way. I feel like saying, excuse me, that's my hill. Go back to your own patch. Oh, and no hairdressers, of course. They're all closed. I mean, look at the state of this. What's a woman supposed to do? Do you know, I've always hated tardiness in the scalp region. Now, Belinda Scandal has a magnificent head of hair and her makeup is divine. But I'm starting to look like Boris Johnson on a bad day. And I can't stock my larder adequately. Now, you may not realise, but I have won awards for my raspberry frangipans. But when the flour was in short supply, I couldn't make them for weeks. Oh, and then there was the toilet roll famine. Well, I know we're only a 2-person household, but I wouldn't tell everyone this. Neville's bowels are a freak of nature. Saying nothing more. In fact, I'm all for washing my hands. I've always been a stickler for hygiene. In fact, Ronald, our friend, once said to me, Audrey, you ought to have bought shares in Marigold gloves, you bought that many of them. Yes, Jay's Fluid, Harpic, Bleach, they've been my soulmates. In fact, they might work better than Windoline.